Why did I become a preacher? Now, I could bullshit you and say I became a preacher for noble reasons, but what's the point in lying to you of all people? It'd just be pointless, and I've lied enough times for one lifetime. So, why did I become a preacher? Self-preservation was my motive, and for a while the lies carried me some distance. I gave out words of wisdom from the mind of a coward. Honesty is a currency rarely spent at the best of times, so I had no problem worming my way through the heads of the scared and the vulnerable. Then, one day, I met him. A white, blinding light quickly engulfed my tent, and for a split second I thought it was the Emperor himself coming to judge me, before a shockwave knocked me out of bed. Suddenly, the flames licked my head as my lungs filled up with smoke. I couldn't believe it. I spent my time trying to avoid dying needlessly, and now I'm panicking and wondering if it was just a bad dream. But it was real. I remember closing my eyes and seeing my life flash before me, all of my mistakes and lies blurring together into a mess of sin. When I opened my eyes again, I was in a church. It was empty apart from one other. Now, he didn't look like your normal preacher. His robes were faded red, and his shotgun had a fuel canister attached to it, which was strange. I can't remember every detail, but he had a grey beard, a mask, and smelt like a bonfire. I asked him where I was, and he told me that we were in a church. You know, it's funny. When he told me that we were in a church, I thought he was taking the piss, so I stood up and made my way to the door. Then he started talking to me. It's strange because I can't remember what he said, but I stayed there. I stayed where I was. It's annoying because I only remember parts. It's like a dream, you know, but I guess this is a common occurrence, or otherwise you wouldn't be here, asking details about the mysterious preacher. Something I do remember clearly is that he was extremely calm. Yet he knew what I did. He knew what I was, and yet he wasn't angry. He just said that, "You're not a lost cause, my friend. You can still be redeemed." That surprised me, because I was a coward. I sent good people out there to die for the Emperor, while I came up with every excuse not to go with them, so I was expecting to get killed after confessing to him every single thing. And yet he listened. He listened and told me that it wasn't too late for me. He then mentioned that the job of a preacher isn't to act as a ruler, but instead act as a beacon for others to learn from. That's when I woke up, staring at the men that dragged me out of that burning pit that was once my tent. And since then, I've changed. I am no longer the insufferable bastard I once was. I plan on marching alongside my brothers in arms to face whatever comes our way. You know, it's odd. I used to be so scared of dying and going out there into the front lines. But now, I've embraced what I feared the most. And yet, I worry that I've seen something either saintly or sinister. Now, if you excuse me, I've got sermons to prepare, for I am merely a vessel for the Emperor's word.